Hey Pitmasters, what is up? Today we're going to do another beef battle. We're going to compare an Irish Côte de Bœuf to an American Côte de Bœuf. Look at these two cuts of beef. Can you tell me which one is American and which one is Irish? Like this, I can't. But I know this one is an American Angus. 100 days grain fed. This one is not specified which breed it is. I do know it's grass fed and it does feel super tender. They're both exactly 1,000 grams and we're going to be grilling these, preparing these and then put them side to side and see which one is better. But first we'll put in 2 fire starters, light them up, put the chimney starter on and then fill her up with big block charcoal. Now we wait until the charcoal is fully lit. In the meantime, we're taking a closer look at our meat. First, the Irish grass-fed. That really is a beautiful cut of beef. We got a nice bit of marbling in there, and this is going to provide us with the flavor that we're looking for. But we also have some nice big amount of fat on the outside that's going to crispen up and taste really good. Now we'll take out our American Angus. Also a beautiful cut. Nice marbling as well. Nice fat cap. I love it when meat looks like this. Now let's pat this dry. And we definitely can see a difference between the Angus grain fed and the Irish grass fed. You see there's a core of fat that goes around here and it's not here. There's also a little bit more marbling to see in our grain fed Angus. So I'm definitely curious to see how this battle will turn out. Once we grill the steak, we need something to go with it. So we're going to make a nice herb butter with powerful flavors just to make sure we get a beautiful steak and something tasty. Of course we need some butter and we're going to use around 200 grams of butter. This is butter at room temperature. That will make it easy to handle. To do that, I'm going to add half the amount of cream cheese. Natural cream cheese, that is. We'll put that aside and work on our fresh herbs. Of course, we need a clove of garlic. Now we are going to turn this into a puree. To do that, we're going to add a little bit of salt. And with the tip of a knife, we're going to push it and pull it back. Now we're going to add this to our butter and cream cheese. Adding a leaf of sage, and only one, and add it to the herb butter. Some fresh parsley. We'll add it to our herb butter as well. We'll add some chives as well, which we're going to chop fine. Now we'll mix that up. Now we'll quickly taste this. Ooh, nice and creamy. But we need a little bit more salt and some pepper. We're going to be searing these steaks over cast iron. So what we're going to do is put in our charcoal, put a cast iron surface in and sear it off. To get our steak started, I'm just going to put on a little bit of oil on our half moon. This is just taking off that little bit of debris that's left on our half moon, and at the same time it's making the surface non-stick. So first we're going to put on our Irish grass fed on the right side. Now we'll put our Angus grain fed on the left side. You instantly get that beef smell. The flavors just spread out through the studio. It smells so fantastic. It's one of my favorite smells. You gotta make sure it doesn't burn though. Our Angus steak is already done. It had a little bit more heat on the underside. You got that beautiful crust going on. So I put it over indirect heat and now we're just waiting for it to finish off. Get it to the right temperature, which is 52 degrees Celsius. I pointed the bones toward the heat. That will shield the meat from the direct radiation heat. Now we'll close the lid and wait for the core temperature in the steak to come up. While we're waiting on our steaks, we can grill some tomatoes. We're standing around here anyway. We got our hot griddle there and I got these beautiful tomatoes. Look at that. So what we'll do is we'll take our steak and put the fat onto the half moon. Make sure it renders down. And we're going to put our tomatoes in this beef fat. We've reached the desired core temperature. Time to get these steaks off. The tomatoes are getting soft, but we'll leave them on for a little longer. We need these steaks to rest at least for 10 minutes. We'll put on a little bit of salt while these steaks are resting. And while these steaks are still hot, we're going to put some of that beautiful butter on there. So on the right, we have our Irish grass-fed beef. On the left, we have our American Angus, grain-fed for 100 days. We put on the beautiful herb butter with some roasted tomatoes. I can't wait to slice into this and start eating. But the main thing here is the comparison. So let's start with that. Let's cut them open, get a slice out, and give it a try. Oh, like butter. The moment of truth. Let's not wait any longer. I'll start with the Irish version. Look at that. Nice and juicy. Perfect sear. Not much grain there. There we go. Ah, dude. The Irish grass-fed is actually super tender. Fantastic. Now let's take a bite out of the beautiful Angus beef. There we go. Look at that juicy. Look at that. Super tender, straight away. These are both fantastic steaks, real high quality steaks, well produced. Of course, the grass-fed is more sweet. We expect that from grass-fed. Sweetness with a little bit of iron flavor. And then the grain-fed, 100 days grain-fed. It has that beefy flavor, that nuttiness, that richy, creamy beef flavor. And there's a clear winner here because that Angus, it knocks the ball right out of the park. It's fantastic. So if you make me choose and you say blindfolded, I would choose the Angus. But now here comes the price. The Angus costs 64 euros, whereas the Irish grass-fed costs 37 euros. So we're saving a lot of money if we buy the Irish grass-fed. So basically it comes down to this. Either you don't care about the money, you buy the quality, or you take the money into the consideration, and then I think I would go for the Irish, because the difference is not that big. Would you pay that much more for just a small difference? Maybe even get two of the Irish if you got friends coming over. It's fantastic, right? So whatever you choose, you can't go wrong, but I'm selecting the Irish as a winner here. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this beef battle, and if you did, leave me a big thumbs up. And I want to know from you guys down below in the comments, would you choose that American Angus, or would you rather have that Irish, that cheaper cut but also very flavorful? Let me know, and see you guys next time. In the meantime, eet smakelijk and keep on grilling.